T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
Now, why is this still up here? Hello, and welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. And I think Nikki is frozen. Yeah, she's frozen. Welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, the post show for AEW Double or Nothing. I mean, this pay-per-view tonight was outrageous. It was crazy. There was a lot of things that took place, a lot of things that transpired.
It felt like WrestleMania. It felt like WrestleMania.
It did.
You know, the Salt Shakkas it's rare that we're over on the AEW side together as a cohesive. You know, you do your thing on Friday nights for Rampage.
Mm-hmm. Right? I do, and we're neither on Dynamite unless we're called in to go down and make the show more popular or bring some ratings in just a little bit. You know, we're always on standby.
I did a call.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we both kind of got the call today to be here for AEW.
You did.
So,
are you tired?
Honestly, no, but I can tell you right now.
That last match gave me like a lot of energy.
That last match did, but I think with the whole Jericho appreciation and I mean, Lord, I felt like we was walking in the desert for like 3 days or something.
Oh wow, didn't know this.
Wow, it felt like it went longer than that. But you already know we're here for Double or Nothing. AEW, the pay-per-view that went longer than church.
That's mean gambling.
Gambling. I mean, since you bring up Punk and Hangman, we might as well just go ahead and jump into not the face-to-face because this is an old flyer, but Hangman Page and CM Punk. I mean, for the AEW World Championship, the title that Hangman took off of Kenny Omega and has been holding this title since then. It's honestly feel like it's almost been a year since he's been holding this title. But I mean, this match, I know, Nikki, you're not the biggest fan of either of these gentlemen, but me personally, I am a fan of CM Punk.
Yeah,
and I am extremely happy that he did win, and I said that CM Punk was going to win because, I mean, let's be honest, Hangman Page reign as champion has not been the best. At some point, sometimes I felt like I forgot that he was even champion. That's the crazy part. I forgot this man was even holding this title until they bring out an opponent for him. Yeah. He doesn't know how to stay relevant, or maybe AEW's booking or creative team doesn't know how to keep him relevant. But other than that, I think this match is really good. despite everything that took place earlier. Like I said, I'm excited that Punk won. I'm ready to see like how he's going to be as champion. Are we going to still have a face Punk, or are we going to get the CM Punk that was telling men that they have vaginas and punching people in the face? You
I
know,
think he's gonna like turn on everyone. I
I
think
will
he's
hope
gonna
so.
get to a point where he's like he's champion now.
Mhm.
To me, it all reminds me of the promo that Triple H had cut on him back when he was in WWE, saying that it only matters when you're at the top,
Mhm.
and so it's
Right.
it's it's very, very, very funny, but very interesting. You know me, I
Mhm.
am not the biggest fan of CM Punk and never have been, never will be.
Right.
What I will say is I definitely prefer him to be champion at this moment over Hangman Adam Page because I just feel like it was very forgetful. I
Mhm.
think this is probably going to be one of those AEW reigns that might just, not be talked about as much. Maybe still recognized, of course.
Mhm.
But yeah, overall the match was good though.
Do
I
you think
don't
this will be
I
the
don't like to
end?
like people
Mhm.
who respect them for what they do.
Right.
Um, but no, I don't think this is the end, especially the way that like I don't know. It felt like old NXT tonight in a
Mhm.
lot of the matches.
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, I will hope that it's not the end. I think that there is a lot more build up to this.
Hmm.
Rain, I thought maybe if Hangman Page was to still hold on to it, then maybe we could have gotten maybe Kenny Omega, to come back or whatever, or something of that nature. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And now we have a new AEW World Champion, and we get the fallout of it this coming Wednesday on Dynamite. We'll eventually know what the match card is. We'll definitely, I know for a fact we're going to hear from CM Punk. He's definitely probably going to start the show off. Um, Definitely going to start the show off. Another match I definitely am going to skip around a little bit that I really want to get into is the match that started the show off. MJF versus Warlow. Listen, when we were just talking in Clubhouse, I was like, yeah, they're gonna start off with this match. It's a must. You can't have all of the situations that's been going on over the weekend and not start out with this match.
And literally, like, not even just a weekend, like literally within 12 hours, like everything hit the fan
Mhm.
with this and just went nuts.
And I didn't know anything about it. I was out
Mhm.
shooting for an event or whatever, and Nikki was blowing up the chat like, MJF is leaving WWE. They say he got on the flight. I mean, it's so on and so forth. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the hell is going on at this time? Like right now, y'all want to start all these shenanigans while I'm out,
Yeah.
or when I'm at home, y'all quiet, y'all don't make no noise, or nothing really happened.
It
And I'm like,
was
what is going
so
on?
weird. Like it was like it really happened out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
The report started to say that he booked a flight out of Las Vegas. He didn't show up to the meet and greet. So there
Mm-hmm.
was just a lot of speculation. And some people were like it was a work, some people didn't think it was. And
Mm-hmm.
then of course, all the speculation at WWE, him possibly going over there, it just created this crazy pool of just, I mean, you know how it gets in the
Mm-hmm.
wrestling world when then you get people that are comparing it to other situations and then it's just spiraling out of control. And it's just like, I know for a fact we
Mm-hmm.
would be talking about this on Monday. But there's nothing to talk about really.
No, there's nothing really to discuss. I mean, because he showed up,
Yeah.
they had the match, although MJF kept running out and running away, and Powerhouse, well,
Yeah.
not so right, but Warlow gave him like, what, 12 power bombs? Like,
Yeah, 10 or 20.
really,
I don't know.
whatever. He was literally just like, this is a treat for him, and now he's all elite.
Yeah.
He's out of his contract up on the MJF, and Warlow is officially signed with AEW. Fans paid $100 to see him at FanFest yesterday. They either got a refund or they were told to go to another session at no cost. Who knows anymore what the hell is going on?
Oh,
That's
wow.
exactly how I felt, Joseph. I did not know what the hell was going on. Without the BS, it went exactly the way I thought it would. I still feel for Warlow. This was supposed to be a big moment in AEW. Yeah, but unfortunately, it was just made all about MJF.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
Don't know, like, even from the beginning of this match,
mm-hmm.
and even with everything that transpired with the rumors, we don't know what happened. That's the fun about it, you know? And also a double-edged sword in a sense, because then people start making up all crazy stuff. But in a sense, we do know that they wrestled and they had a match, and MJF went out on a stretcher. So,
with his face mushed, like mushed, like.
Oh my goodness! Listen.
I think they put him on a stretcher backwards or something because
They had to.
it was hilarious. It was awful for him to be put on that stretcher the way that he was. It was terrible. It really was. But yeah, so I mean, shout out to Warlow. He is officially signed to AEW.
All elite.
All elite. You're all elite now. Let's jump into this match here. Basically, the buy-in, which started before Double or Nothing. We finally got to see Hook Hansen in a match together against Tony Nese and Mark Sterling, who just happened to look like an action figure to me.
He really did.
He's like a little blow-up doll.
I thought this match could have replaced at least a couple of the other matches, especially that, you know, the 6-person tag. But regards to this match, Hook looked good in the ring.
He did.
And Tony Nese did as well. And honestly, I just felt like the way they placed the card was just not, no. Like, I think the best placement was the tournament, but this could have been like the opener.
Yeah.
Or it could have been in the place of another match, because honestly, like, I just feel like Hook and Tony Nese should be, maybe they will trickle down into, you know, Danhausen, he's cool. And Sterling, child, whatever. I just feel like, you know, let Hook and Tony get a match, you know, and continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I definitely feel exactly the same way. I mean, I'm definitely here for Hook. I mean, I think he's starting to grow a lot on me. It's the more I watch him in the ring. I think seeing him being paired with Dan kind of allows you to get a little bit of his personality. You kind of see that he pretty much kind of enjoys it though. Like it's like having an extrovert be friends with an introvert. Honestly. That's really what it is.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I definitely can understand from Hook's point of view.
Their match was,
you know. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I got to see Dan wrestle for the first time in my eyes. Because whenever he would wrestle, I think the first time he wrestled on Rampage, I wasn't here to watch it. So now having a chance to watch it, I mean, it's just a comedy thing from what I was told, and I was definitely not laughing. He was too busy trying to put curses on people. I'm not with the witchcraft stuff. Please stay away from me. I'm gonna get my Bible out and just start putting holy water on them again.
I was gonna try to go clip that. Because baby, when I tell you I am dying.
I'm screaming. Okay. Let me see. Which match do you want to get into next?
I really want to get done with the whole 6-person tag, because that was just
all right. So let's do that then. A 6-person tag. Okay, so let's jump into this one then. So we got Death Triangle versus House of Black. This match was very.
This one wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad, but I know which one you're talking about. We're definitely gonna get to that one towards before we kind of jump into the women, because that one kind of did include women. This one does include a woman, but she was only there for like 3 seconds, and then that was it. But yeah, so Death Triangle versus House of Black. This match was fairly entertaining. It was very good. It was very long. A lot of these matches were very long, hence the reason why, because Tony Khan was trying to, you know, I guess supposedly compete with the what NBA finals, semifinals and stuff like that. So I mean, I can understand why he tried to stretch a lot of things out, because he wanted to make sure that whenever the main event comes on, that there will be no game going on. So matches were very long, very lengthy. I feel like the entire match card was extremely long. It really was. Joseph said this was okay, but the ending he saw it coming a mile away. I mean, there was only a time. There was only the soon enough time that Julia was going to come out and actually turn and be a part of House of Black. I mean, it's all in the works and everything. So I mean, this is just a start. I know, Nikki, you said that you would like to see Abaddon be a part of this.
Well, what? I think Abaddon should be one of the only women or people in general who should be in the House of Black, because I just think that they're probably just kind of staring away from it. But let me just say this. Can we please stop with the whole Judgment Day and House of Black comparison? Because it's not the same. When you see meticulous and dark and majestic things, sometimes it's like, oh, that looks the same, especially in wrestling, but it really doesn't. You're getting a whole different feel from each of these groups, from House of Black and also with Judgment Day. So the comparison is just, let's just enjoy it for what it is. But if I had to put someone in there, it would definitely be Abaddon. I know we both thought that it was going to be
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. That was.
I did, because we was all watching it together, and it was like, just keep watching, I'm like, okay, well, damn, the lights go out, it's gonna be mother Bray Wyatt, and lo and behold, it's just little old Julia. Julia.
I was happy for the moment, though.
I never make a fool of you.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I still cannot believe that we were on the elevator with Bray Wyatt.
We were, like, that man was shoulder to shoulder, okay, and he smelled good.
It was crazy.
Okay, it's wild.
But I liked the moment. I thought it was really random, though.
All right.
I think they have their different jobs.
They do.
Like the college.
I agree. I definitely agree. As we move on to what could be considered to be a lot of people's dream matches.
Oh God.
We got the Hardy Boys versus the Rejects. I mean, the Young Bucks. And so I'm on their ass. I don't give a fuck.
Elite versus delete.
Okay, but so I mean, a dream match to those. Who cares match for others? The Young Bucks versus the Hardys. The land of the super kicks. The land of the twist of face. I mean, of course, if you watch Rampage, you saw the Young Bucks come out dressed as the Hardy Boys and Brandon dressed as Lita, which was very entertaining. I mean, it was really nice. I mean, kudos to whoever did the paint job. Was really nice on I think it was Nick. I think his name Nick. One of them. I always get them mixed up, but I think Nick is the one with the brownish hair. But kudos to them for doing a great job on the face painting. It looks really nice. But like I said, this was pretty much to be a dream match for a lot of people. I thought it was quite interesting. It was like the second match, so it was a nice spot to put them at, honestly.
Can I show you my face during the match?
My face?
No, my face.
What was your
That was my face during the match.
You didn't like it?
I mean, why the hell we here? I didn't like. Okay, listen. I'm gonna be very honest.
Oh God.
I did not like the fact that the Hardys went over.
I feel like the Young Bucks really should have went over. I mean, if this is
This
a
is
land
nostalgia for a lot of people. And I just, we've been knowing each other for a very long time now. And when it comes to a lot of the men's wrestling history
Nikki
and all
hates nostalgia. But you can't have these new people without the nostalgic historicity of all these other people who are coming in.
And I know it meant a lot to them, but I just, and this
not gonna let them go over.
I do know that when I watch AEW, I'm not someone who is a fan of the product. I'm a fan of certain people, and I watch certain people's matches, and I watch even when I'm watching the whole entire product. It just is what it is for me. I don't get the same feeling as everyone else, And so this match was very important for kayfabe and for just all around wrestling as a whole. But for me, it just was what it was. The ending really shocked me though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was not expecting the Hardys to pull that off. But CM Punk won. So they feed. We've talked about this for months upon months upon months. AEW does a great job at feeding off their demographic. They're not in the business of looking for. Well, I'm not going to say they're not in the business for looking for new fans, but they don't do this astoundish job as I feel like with WWE. Like WWE is one of those companies. They're going to pull out whatever to get those people that don't watch. Now, I will say this. That brawl that we'll get to, I feel like that was definitely the talk of Twitter. 100%. Like it was definitely giving some GCW.
Child, this will ever happen at GCW.
I'm ready.
I will be very excited for it.
I'm ready.
I really would. But I mean, I have to agree, like with that match itself, it was, I mean, like I said, it was a dream match for the Young Bucks to have their match with people that they look up to, who you can kind of see a lot of similarity into with them too. So, I mean, it was just a great moment for them. And although the Hardys won, I don't think this could be the end of it.
Nostalgia.
Very much so. Imagination. Let's see. What other match did we get into?
There was a lot for the men. There was a lot for the men.
It was a lot for the men. Some matches I didn't even know was supposed to be transpiring, to be honest.
Me neither.
Joseph said that was watching Fightful recap Sean Ross, who knows Max personally and professionally for 5 years, talked to him for a bit earlier today. He wrote, I showed up at the last minute. I did what I had to do, then I left right after. Going dark for a bit, he asked him if he is physically okay. He said, yes, that is from Mac's side. He is working to get AEW's thoughts.
Well, there it is. And, personally, I don't give a shit.
If you think I give a fuck, I don't.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I know.
I mean, well, look, I'm pretty sure.
The one thing that I love about it, though, no lie, is the hoopla that was caused.
Let me tell you, it was a lot of uproar. Like, even though the match even already took place, you know what I'm saying? It was still, people are still in the uproar. People are still talking about it.
The screenshots, I mean, it's not funny, but it's crazy of how much, like,
content people had for this man. Like, now you bring it out. Like, y'all weren't bringing it out beforehand.
Yeah.
But now you guys are bringing it out.
Yeah.
Where were you when it was happening? You know what I'm saying? Joseph, I think it's a work and everybody is at AEW is going to look stupid. Yeah, it's possible. It's also very, very possible. Let's see. So I guess we can jump into this match here. Please stop. We can jump into this match. I mean, I'm just really just jumping around because, like, of course, we already know the women are last. So
we all, y'all know how we do.
So of course, we had Darby Allin versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Match of the night. Match of the night.
It was
Match.
a really good match.
Match of the
I mean, Darby Allin was crawling around Kyle O'Reilly crazy until Kyle O'Reilly kicked that man in the face with his knee, like, and kind of slowed him down. He was like, "Nah, my guy, we're gonna run this pace my way. Like, you and your skirts gonna chill out right quick.
Woo, that was
wilding right now."
That was a good spot.
It was.
Then the blood came.
And then it was like, here we go. And
Yeah.
then Darby almost killed himself. Like, I don't know if his foot got caught onto the ropes or what, but that man I thought that man almost died. Like, it's like he really tried to take himself out, like, for real.
I personally, honestly, definitely match of the night. And I just want to say that I could see them fight 100% over and over again. Personally. For me. That's just me personally. Because honestly, like, I just think, and really quick, because we're, of course, we're always working here at Women's Wrestling. Big shout out to Al, because Al was at the show tonight. We also had Emily at the show, and Candace was at the show too, one of our writers.
No, that was a different Candace.
Oh, different Candace. Okay. Well, we had some people representing Women's Wrestling Talk, and the footage that Al got was really cool to see, because it was like, my girl really got to see Britt Baker. Al sent me some photos and some videos of QT Marshall. Y'all know I mark out for QT all the time. But yeah, it was nice, and it's so good to see, like, Al got to interview Thunder Rosa with TK and Katrina as well, and so to see those moments and to have those moments, it's really beautiful to see. My lightning is terrible, child, but we gonna get it. But yeah, I don't know. Darby and Kyle can fight like over and over and over and over and over again, because honestly, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just feel like they had match of the night. That match was better than CM Punk and Cowboy shit.
I'm laughing. Give me a second, y'all. Of course, me being the editor-in-chief, I'm always doing something. So I'm just trying to get this stuff posted for one of the writers who's there, Al, who's there right now currently. So I'm just making sure I get all that taken care of.
Al is our host, by the way, not writer.
I'm sorry. Listen, like I said, I'm doing a lot of stuff right now.
We gonna move right along, honey. Because listen, let me tell you something. This shit right here, baby, this shit pissed me off.
Honestly, I'm very upset too. Because, like, okay, so we had the AEW World Tag Team Championship match with Keith Lee and Swerve versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks.
Okay.
Honestly, truly, the Jurassic Park people could have lost. They really could have. There is no way in hell that they should still be holding these titles.
No way.
They're not doing anything with these titles.
No way.
Let's be honest. Those titles could easily went to either or team. Like, they really could have. I understand a lot of people like the Jurassic Park people, but I don't care. I am tired of them holding those titles. You know what I'm saying? It is boring. It's stale. It's like, what was the point of having this match if you're going to constantly keep having them hold these titles that's not having any relevancy to it? It's crazy. Like, it could have went to either team. It really could have.
Either team is so crazy though, right? It's the fact that you say either team, because, like, honestly, it could have been either other team.
It really could have either other team,
but they retained,
and it doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Like, there's no.
You know what we gonna get? Hook and Danhausen?
Probably so. That's exactly what's gonna be. They're gonna hold those titles still, and Hook Hansen is gonna come in and take those damn titles, and they're gonna hold them bitches for a long time. But honestly, it's gonna be the fact that they could probably keep them bitches relevant. Let's be honest. Because as of right now, I've forgotten that the Jurassic Parks are holding the title.
The Jurassic Park. I want you to know that because I know exactly where you're going with that. Baby.
I mean, them still holding the title just doesn't do anything for me.
It doesn't.
It's like, what's the point of having them? What's the point of having them keep holding these titles? And it's nothing. Like, there's nothing there.
It's nothing.
No,
It's nothing.
it's awful. It's awful.
And it's disrespectful, honestly.
It's disrespectful. Like,
to me and my homegirl.
I don't like that.
Every time we come in here, we want to have a good time.
And every time we're trying to come here and have a good time, these lucha dragons up in here want to keep playing around.
And then we got to go to dark. If we can't go to dark, where the hell can we go?
Like, if we can't go to dark elevation, then where the hell can we go? We can't go nowhere. We're gonna be stuck in the same position, standing outside, looking around at all these people do what they do. Honestly. So that's that. The lucha, them folks kept their titles, and now we got to figure out who the hell gonna take off. Because obviously they don't give a damn about us, not at all. And the point of keeping them holding these titles is just stupid.
It was good to see a lot of black men in the ring.
It was
one positive thing that I will say.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna move right along because, baby, let me tell you, the men.
Which one we going into the?
Let's look, cause I'm gonna be real honest. This shit was ghetto as fuck, and I don't have nothing for it. I tell you,
you were not sports entertained, were you?
My least favorite match.
You weren't sports entertained, not at all, were you?
I just want to know when I got my pink. Look, I done had Sonic earlier. Blue coconuts on my. It looks like Liv Morgan right now, which is hilarious.
Wait, what?
But yeah, my tongue.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, it's Undisputed Elite.
Child, this is ghetto as hell.
This is ghetto. They love 10-man tags.
They were probably going to be the main event.
You know what? It was just an all-out brawl. And then, baby, your boy Daniel Garcia was at the end yelling and screaming.
I'm like, where is Daniel? Daniel and Eddie. Okay, first of all, the whole breakdown for this match, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's gonna be real short. It was a bunch of bullshit.
It was a bunch of
bullshit. The time it started to so we got the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC mixture of Color Me Bad with Jericho Appreciation Society. And then you got the Radicals. You got all these people back here, and I mean they're going inside. They're in the audience. It starts out in the audience. It's a big brawl. People are getting busted open. It moves to the concession stand where there's mustard being involved. Tables. People can't even go out there to get a goddamn hot dog because all the mustard is being utilized on people's bodies. And you can't even have no place to put your hot dog down there to put your relish on because there's a body laying on top of it with mustard covered.
Yeah.
Hello? You can't even go out there to get you a drink because there's people over there by the drink area taking the beers. You hide your beers, hide your mustard. They just taking everything out here. That's basically what they're doing. People fighting in the elevator like this is Solange and Jay-Z. You got people getting hit in the head with cameras. Everything about this was outrageous. Wow, there's music playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Until Jericho got a hold of the aux cord and he cut it. So he was just I think Jericho was kind of fed up and was over it, like a lot of us were.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, they kept going. And although it was 22 minutes and 45 seconds, it still felt like we was watching this for 2 days.
2 days. And here go me. Again. Y'all bore me to death sometimes, AEW. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Y'all bore me to death, child. At least I can say with other promotions, you know me, I like Strictly Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I love Strictly Wrestling. When they started doing this and then they finally got in the ring, that I said, you know what?
This is unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Then we competing over here with the NBA. So now the matches is going crazy, like my bun here. And I
Going
just
crazy.
like I don't know. I have no words, no more words for honestly. I have no more words for them in a 10-man tag bullshit.
I mean, it's just like, well, what can you say? What are we supposed to do now?
Thank God for Adam Cole.
Thank God for him, child, because obviously we weren't gonna get nowhere else. I just think that this whole thing was a shit show. It really was. It was unacceptable. A lot of this stuff should never took place. A lot of stuff should never happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that people were anticipating this. This is something that we were looking forward to having. And I mean, obviously, we just got to where we need to get to, and obviously, it was a shit show. No more words. That was John's visit. I think it was Tony honoring New Jack, his theme pulled till the match end. Yeah, I think Tony was desperate tonight due to Boston versus the game. Well, it definitely showed that he was desperate already.
He was.
It definitely showed that. So shout out to them folks. Will you
I'm ready. 'Cause we got 2 months.
Lord have mercy.
Baby, they done had us up all night like it's WrestleMania.
No, for real. Like we're up. I don't think nobody else be pulling this overnight like us, child. What's
Shit.
up, Bobby? Thank you for joining. Come on in, Bobby. You already know what time it is. You know how we do it over here. Too sweet ish. Too sweet it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man,
No,
speaking
their
of,
WrestleMania is supposed to be all out or some shit, whatever it is. Anyway, I guess we can jump into the men's Owen Hart before we kind of dive into what would be the last men's match, but this does include women. So of course we have Samoa Joe and Adam Cole NXT days for the men's tournament, the finals of the Owen Hart tournament. And I mean, Adam Cole had a really, really nice gear. I mean, his gear was sick. His and
yeah.
Britt gear was sick, but we'll get to Britt eventually. But his gear.
Ooh, eventually we will, because baby, when I tell you this pay-per-view was long, baby. Chill.
we still at the announcements right now on the program. We
Yeah.
hadn't even made it to the Pastor CERN yet. This is the black church. I tell you that much so. Like,
Oh.
man, we in here to 8:00 midnight the next day. We ain't gonna get out of here till Thursday. We're gonna be here for Impact.
But speaking of baby though, were you did any moment were you thinking that he wasn't gonna go over?
No, I felt like Adam Cole was gonna win.
Yeah.
Honestly,
This is the
like,
match of the night, Bobby.
yeah, it was a really cool match. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't even know where it even came about, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
But I thoroughly enjoyed Adam Cole and Samoa Joe. I mean, it's a match that a lot of us really didn't get to have in NXT. But I know we bring it up because it's kind of like where it pretty much started in my eyes, where Samoa Joe choked that man out in the backstage when he was like in the authority position that he was in, just choking people out everywhere. Choking people out everywhere. I had to catch myself. But I mean, it's interesting to see it all come back full circle and Adam Cole to go over. So I mean, shout out to Adam. Did you think that Samoa Joe would have won? I thought maybe Jay Lethal would have popped his big head self out there and try to cause Samoa Joe Samoa Joe his opportunity to win this. What did you think?
I didn't think for one moment Samoa Joe was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Not for one moment. I thought that it was gonna be like that for the other tournament because they played the video package, but we just got right into Samoa Joe and Adam Cole. So I had no recollect of feeling like this can't go to anyone besides Adam. Very much, a very good match, but I want more.
Yeah, I feel like we could have gotten more with this match between them. I don't think that this is like considered to be the end. I would love to see more of it.
Mm-hmm.
I really wouldn't mind seeing more of this match or more of their feud going into it. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, who really knows what we can expect? Who knows? Joseph said he wasn't a fan of the results of the Owen Cup. I don't think the winner needed it. To be honest, Tony is trying to push the winners as the first couple of AEW, a la Seth and Becky. Um,
Allah is crazy. I think he meant AKA.
A la. I mean, I don't know if I don't think I really see it with Britt and Adam though. I don't think so.
Because
I
they're
think
weird. I mean,
with Becky and Seth, I mean, yeah, at some point they both were holding like the Raw titles together. They were in like little match scenes with each other and stuff like that. And honestly, we rarely see like Britt and Adam be there together. The first time we saw them interact was that time with the whole the whole Tay Conti situation thing was going on. That's the first time we really got
and
to
that's
see
when
them.
they were starting to form the whole
Yeah.
Undisputed Elite.
Yeah.
I think it just like for me,
Mm-hmm.
I think it could have been Tony, but we'll talk about this, because I'm really
As we
curious.
get into it, we're gonna
Yeah,
dive in
but
eventually.
there's way more. There's way more to think about than just the winner. It's really how they place this tournament. And
Yeah.
they really set up a few people up for failure, like the final four. I'm gonna be like very transparent, but all in all, I just feel like they,
You need a shirt that say all in all.
I really do. All in all, thank you, bougie. But let's get into this bullshit because honestly, this could have been on the buy-in.
Or hear me out. It should never happen.
That too. Frankie Kazarian, he need more.
He deserves more.
He deserves more. Scorpio Sky, you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. You deserve a little more too.
This was me.
And you wreck
Doing this match. This was me, baby. When I say I was laid out, I was laid out on that couch trying to figure out what in the hell was going on. This was all me, baby. I was tucked in under my blanket so good. My head was leaning on my couch, and I was about to be out for a count. Do you hear me? Like I really was. No, Paige Van Zant, not Paige from WWE Paige. This is
this
this is
lady
the MMA
right
fighter.
here.
Her right here. I wish we could draw, but not the white, but yeah, the white girl right here with the blonde hair. Yeah, her. Okay, then what you talking about? Yeah, this page. Like, I mean, you know what? Anyway, so yeah, that woman, whatever.
Listen,
I was knocked out.
A fool. It was a fool.
It was just it was. I mean, I get it. They can try to push her as hard because like Ronda is, but what I will say is that Paige does have some type of wrestling ability. She does.
You need to find it and show it to me.
No, she put out some nice little stunts tonight. I'm not gonna even lie. She did. That little tilt-a-whirl DDT that she did was really nice. I don't think Paige wants to be a pro wrestler. She sucked in UFC. She sucked in BKFC. She is only here because she is only here because of her gym being in pro wrestling. Well, all right. That's still way where Tay's men can't go for TV. Hey, nigga,
I'm so sorry.
You are worse at controlling because I'm reading, but you're reading your head, and your head is moving faster than mine.
My head, me?
Yes.
You.
I'm like, I'm reading, and you're just like, oh, okay. She don't see that. I think she's reading over here. I'm looking on the screen. She should wrestle.
How do you say her last name?
Huh?
How do you say
that? Her last name is Van Zant. Van Zant, I don't know who that is, but I think it's Van Zant. Whatever it is, I'm sick of seeing her sleep. That sleep. Okay, nobody cares
Gradually,
at all.
listen, I personally have nothing, honestly,
For this
from
match.
this match. Not at all. Honestly,
So we can
I
move
will.
on forward.
I will say this. Shout out to all of the women that we did see tonight. This has been the most we've seen from pretty much any of the pay-per-views that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Stellar matches, 2 championship matches, 1 crown tournament. I think that people need to really lay off on the whole Tony Khan and there's issues with the women's division. Britt Baker is not even the damn champion,
Nope.
and there's still a lot that's going on.
Marina
Even
Shafir is better than her. Child. I don't know because the match Serena Shafir had with Jade was not the best. Like, I'm not
I
even
don't
gonna
even know what
lie.
that is. Oh yes,
Even with the match she had with fucking um Sky Blue
I
wasn't
had to
even that
think for a
great.
minute. I was like, that's the girl that main evented with Jade, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was an okay match.
It was straight, but it wasn't like the greatest thing ever. It's like
Yeah.
I've seen like better, but it wasn't anything that just made me like, oh my god, she's great. No, it was awful.
Well, are you ready?
Ooh, I know you see me standing here.
Yeah, I am screaming.
Cause that's how Zoe 101 thing start. It's Are You Ready? So when you asked me, I was like, Okay, which one we going with first?
Um,
We got 2 championships matches.
let's get this on out the way so I can just like talk my shit. So that way we can, because I know people are gonna want to, you know how we normally do. We end with
Mhm.
champions
We
normally.
do. Okay.
So let's just go ahead. Let me just say something really, really quick.
Hmm.
Stay mad with your bitch ass. Okay? I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Britt Baker is the pillar of AEW. There will never be another woman who they have built but has stood the test of time when it comes to being this division. And I understand a lot of people, and we'll get into this a little later because y'all know how I feel. But whether this woman is holding a championship or not, Britt Baker is the pinnacle of AEW. I don't care. I don't care. And I know a lot of people are mad, which begs my question. What in the hell are they doing with Ruby?
I can't even tell you that.
What is going on?
I think that with Ruby, what I will say with Ruby is the fact that no matter how many times she's put on dark, no matter how many times she's in like these little stupid, you know, tags or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
somehow, some way, they always find a way to incorporate her in something on Dynamite
Mm-hmm.
or Rampage or whenever there's something that's going on with like the women, they always find a way to include her.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I will say. In regards to like having her win a lot of things that's like meaningful, I don't think that she's meant for that. I think she just whenever there's a tournament, you're gonna know that Ruby Soho is gonna be a part of it. She may even make it down to the ending and still not win.
But that's so weird because that
It's like
package,
giving her the Liv Morgan treatment.
it
Let's be
is.
honest. Liv Morgan
It is.
has been in a lot of different things. She came down to the end and she doesn't win. And here we are. It's literally the same thing, just in a different company. She's always gonna be in a tag somewhere. She's always gonna wrestle on Dark or a main event. It's literally the same thing, just happening in different companies.
Because
The only
unlike,
difference is Liv gets over on social media. Not too many people actually give a fuck about Ruby Soho. Some people
that's
do,
fair.
but it's not like notarized. It's not like out there like it is with Liv
Yeah,
Morgan. When
it's fair.
things go
That's
bad for Liv Morgan, people are going on social media saying whatever it is they want to say and how they feel. But when things like this happen for Ruby, it's not the same.
It's not,
People are
and
emotional
if
with
it
it.
is, it's because Britt wins, not because
Exactly.
Ruby. And I
No.
think that my thing is when when they played, because unlike the men, I'm going to be very honest. Unlike the men, I did think that Ruby was probably going to take this away. I did not think that they were going to do Adam Cole and Britt, especially when Adam won. I was like, oh, Britt might be losing. So
Yeah.
let's just prepare. But then she wins, and it's just like, that's great. We are still in a, like, Britt is, as much as she's done in AEW, I feel like she's still new. And I feel like for her to go over is great. But I was really confused because it just makes me think they proved exactly what they said in the promo before she lost the match. And they give her this band and they give her this and then, and that's great. But you
But
gotta
they
win.
didn't do
Like,
anything.
at some point you have to win something, right?
Mhm.
Because you lost to Bray in your first title defense, of course.
Mhm.
And then
You lose again. You go through this. You get you have your feuds with different people. You go through these CBS tournaments, which you lost in. You go through the Owen Hart tournament that you lost in, and they might put her in Ring of Honor. I think Ruby will probably do well in Ring of Honor. I think her and Mercedes Martinez would be a great match to watch.
I
To
think
be
she
honest.
wrestles better with men, and we've talked about this
But
before.
yeah, I feel like there are a lot of women who wrestle better with
Masha.
men. Masha definitely, but I really haven't seen Masha have like a legitimate like match with a woman in order for me to just say that.
I
The
wonder
most
what the
matches
match
I've
with
seen
her
was
and
her.
Taya Valkyrie was like. Hopefully they put it on.
Yeah,
I
I
forgot this
believe
is
so too.
AEW, so we can. You know how like we're on Monday Night Raw and we barely talk about other
Mhm.
promotions. I forget with AEW. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like
You kind of have no choice because I mean, majority of these wrestlers that we talked about came from WWE.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Or
it's not
just like
much we can.
indies, indie people.
Yeah, it's not much we can really benefit off of without bringing up something with where they came
Yeah,
from. Joseph said that he's surprised that Ruby didn't go to Impact where she could wrestle with the men over the Intergender Championship. That is
her
true.
and Matt Cardona would snap.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you see the way Jordan Grace
good
be
with
beating these
women.
men down. I
Mhm.
would, imagine if that was Ruby Soho in that Ultimate X match for the multiverse, other than Jordan Grace, or both of
Or
them in
other
there,
than or
or
other
both of
than
them in there. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I wouldn't have mind seeing that.
I don't know. I just don't think I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of Ruby's. I think she's a good talent. I just, as far as like, when I say fan, that means I'm going to get up and cheer for you.
Mhm.
Um, it's just never, no matter what's happened, it's trickled down. I've never just been like, oh, I watched her do a lot of indie stuff before when I started to get back into WWE, I watched some of her old matches and stuff, and I was
Mhm.
like, okay, she's good, but in the wrong company with WWE. And then now it's with AEW. I just feel like I'm not saying they buried her tonight,
Yeah.
but I'm very curious. What is her like? When
What is
is
like her
when is
end
it gonna
game?
be like Ruby's time with her being brought over here? She was a Joker. She won the Battle Royale, and then what?
I
Nothing.
think Ruby needs to go heel over here. It's
Probably.
a must. Like she needs to go heel and like really like define her dominance.
Mhm.
And like meaning that there's gonna need to be like a huge change with her. Ain't no destination domination and all that
Yeah,
other BS they try to
it
put
can't be
together.
like I'm just
It needs to be like
just
Ruby
need
needs
that
to
like I'm
find
just
who
happy to be
she
here,
is.
you know?
Yeah, it's like forget. I'm fuck yeah. I'm not happy to be here anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not happy to be here anymore. I constantly come out here and I put on great matches, I believe so.
I
I
know.
come out here, I'm always a part of tournaments. I'm always getting championship opportunities. I'm always getting an opportunity to do here, opportunity there. But when the opportunity is handed to me, somehow I always come up short.
Because if you think about it, like with Anna Jay and her losses,
Mhm.
they just haven't been like astronomically big to me. But with Ruby, I feel like Ruby has lost some big,
Opportunities.
yeah, and it just to me, um,
Who was our friend?
who is her friend, Bobby? Bobby, if you say who I think you finna say, I am going to laugh.
No, you talking about Sarah Logan?
I thought he was talking about Liv Morgan
Well, I didn't figure out who she gonna tag with.
with her friend. Who is her friend? Does she have friends
Sky
in
Blue?
Taboo?
I said Sky Blue.
Oh, like,
This is
woo.
not Taboo Tuesday, okay?
Oh Lordy. Listen, congratulations to Britt Baker again. Let's see.
See, look at there. I'm on the money.
Wow.
I am on the money. Look at there.
I like Sarah Logan too.
I think she's cool. I feel
But,
like
but hadn't she changed her name?
she did.
Yeah.
She's with Control Your Narrative.
Mm.
Yeah, she's over there now.
I know that's
Take Ruby to Control Your Narrative or something. I feel like honestly, we really can't say exactly what they have stepping stone for Ruby. I know that when they brought her here, it was like all excitement. They sound like they had really big plans for her. But I feel like right now, I just feel like I wouldn't say that there's not much for her to do because there's a lot for her to do. I just feel like she just get, like I said, she get put in these tournaments and then she go right back down to dark elevation, have these little trio tag team matches or whatever, and then whenever there's time for a new tournament to happen, she comes right back up. She wrestles on Rampage. Sometimes she's on Dynamite. So it's like she's like a revolving door. You just never know where she's going to walk into or where she's going to be at.
Yeah.
Not to say that Ruby's a terrible wrestler. I think she can wrestle. I don't think she's better on the mic either. I just feel like something is not sticking.
There's something that disconnects with something.
There's a big disconnect. I think that, with Ruby, she has a lot of potential. She does. And I think that her look and her style may just not fit AEW.
It fits Impact.
It definitely fits Impact. I feel like she would definitely grow in Impact. Maybe she could definitely fit Ring of Honor. She really could. I think she'll be great in Ring of Honor and Impact. But with AEW, it seems like their focus is on certain superstars that have actually came over here or started here that actually build their name up
From the bottom.
Exactly. And
I
with
think
Britt Baker,
that's what people tend to forget when it comes to Britt Baker.
she started here way in the beginning, like a lot of people did start in the beginning. And this just so happened that with her, yes, she came in like a baby face. She had to find who
That was
she
her
was.
indies thing,
Yeah, but when she started doing the whole Dr. Britt Baker, she had to define who she was. And being a heel, changing up her hair, changing up her style, her look itself, you can finally see that this is Dr. Britt Baker.
Yeah.
She's not just Britt Baker, just the girl who wears her long hair and all smiles, whatever. This is the one who's like, she's built her dominance. She knows who she is. She knows that when she became champion, that there was nobody that will be able to take that title off her outside of what they think is Thunder Rosa. But we'll get into her in a minute. But I think that with Britt Baker, she's already created a lane and a legacy of her own.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She will. If they were smart, last thing I was going to say about Ruby is if they were smart, they would put her in an intergender match at Forbidden Door.
They would.
They're not going to do
it. They're not going to do it.
I like what you said about Britt because I also feel like this about the next two competitors too. When it comes to this match, we've seen probably the most improved women in AEW. Anna Jay and Jade Cargill have honestly, they continue to impress me with the ability that they've grown to really have in AEW.
I agree.
No surprise to the retain in Jade. Really nothing to say besides what happens
now.
In.
So
I think it's a horrible. I'm gonna go ahead on the limb and say this now. Bringing more women into AEW is horrible, and it proves to me that after like Ruby takes a loss, who is someone who's been brought in within the year or so.
Yeah.
Athena is now here. Next destination, Dark, or
Well, everybody wrestles on Dark, you know what I'm saying? But I think that it comes to a point where, okay, so we'll talk about the match in general. I do agree. Both Anna Jay and Jade Cargill have grown a lot.
yeah,
They really have. Anna Jay, she did try some high flying moves because she said she was going to do that. So she definitely tried some high flying moves
she
this
did.
time around. I think that with their match, it wasn't bad. It was fairly good. Anna Jay has a lot of potential that a lot of people, I think, people sleep on. Yes, I know she wrestles a lot on Dark. Yeah, she wrestles in like a lot of these little trio and tag matches, but she's kind of like, if you want to say like her, like a Carmella, she's someone who is not always in a title picture or whatever. Well, she's always in a title picture whenever there's like they need somebody. They know they can lean on Anna Jay.
Definitely 100%.
They know they can. And so with, of course, still the baddie section still happening, them getting involved, like everybody's getting involved. Stokely came out, you know what I'm saying? Well, who was formerly known as Michael Bivens in NXT 2.0. I mean, to have him come out, be a part with baddies. I mean, of course, it seems like to me he's gonna be replacing Mark Sterling.
Stokely, is that his name?
Yeah, Stokely.
That was crazy.
It was like, hello. It's like, this is the same man who literally said that he was going to be retiring. Like, whenever he chooses to come back, it's going to be on his terms. You know what I'm saying? When he feels like,
I know him and Thunder Rosa laughed in the back.
definitely did. And I mean, and then to have, of course, the baddies out there attacking Anna Jay. Then you got Chris Statlander coming out there, to even out the odds or whatever. And then you got the falling angel Athena, who makes her debut to AEW, and you can see like from like, I know everybody says like, oh well, she looks happy. She looks like she's happy to be here. Look at all the happiness. She could be happy. She really could be. But I would love to see her in Impact. Bring all the girls in.
Yeah.
Impact. I think all the girls in Impact would be great. Honestly, because at least their impact, the women are going to get their love. Here at AEW, it's very questionable. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know if she goes down to AEW Dark, she's going to have to like build a record. It's a must. She has to build a record.
I wanted her. Well, she could still be a player point in.
At least she can wrestle.
Yeah,
she can't talk well. But she can put on a match.
Yeah. I just hope she does show up in Impact still.
Yeah.
With everything. But overall, I thought the match was stellar. And I thought that they did what needed, excuse me, Lord, what needed to be done. AEW, I'm gonna kick y'all ass, baby, because I thought Impact was bad. I thought Impact was bad, honey. But do you think that she's gonna go after do you think she's gonna go after
the TBS? I mean, of course, we're gonna have to hear a response from all of it. We really are. We're gonna have to figure out, okay, well, why did you come out on Jade? Why you didn't come out on nobody else? You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't come out on like Thunder Rosa or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you come out on Jade? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of questions that could be asked. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this does even out the odds to have it be, a 3-on-3 match that could start something there. You know what I'm saying? With Athena, I feel like she could be that person to even help elevate Anna Jay and Chris Statlander a lot more. We know that Chris Statlander is a great wrestler. The girl, she can wrestle. Anna Jay, she's still growing, but she can wrestle. Yeah. But Athena, there's no question, deniability that this girl cannot put on.
She's top tier when it comes to wrestling.
there's no denying the fact that Athena can put on a match. We know that
She's been putting on bangers.
on the indies, definitely. And
Bangers. Like Valkyrie, Thunder
yeah.
Rosa.
And even when she was in WWE and even indies prior to that,
Good
we
champion.
know that she was an amazing talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So having someone like her come in, is great.
Yeah.
It really is. But what does it do for her? I mean, she's a falling angel, so I mean, I don't know necessarily she's going to continue with the warrior princess that she kind of was in NXT or whatever, or what she's going to go with as of right now. But I mean, I'm excited to see what she brings to the table. You know, what can she do to help elevate even more than this women's division and what it is. You know,
if things go as they should, I do feel like we
I don't
can.
want to see her in the tournament though. Like I already know that if they have like another tournament going on, they're gonna put her, Tony, Ruby, probably Jamie, maybe Chris Stelline. Like you're gonna keep using like some of the same girls. We kind of can really pretty much see what the AEW roster looks like by who we see every week. To be honest, we see the same women like every week on the ramp on like AEW Dynamite. We really do, if we're being honest.
We do, yeah.
So we kind of have an established. They're kind of starting to grow their women's roster. They really are. Yes, we know the ones who do wrestle on Dark. Some of them are with AEW. I know, like of course, Nyla Rose and Ember Moon would slap. Like
Yeah,
it would be
Nyla ain't got no problem on Dark.
No,
Nyla got a whole faction on Dark.
she does. She really does. And I mean, Nyla's doing great on Dark. And whenever they need Nyla to be somebody's opponent or whatever, I think that'll be great. I still want Nyla Rose and Jade. I don't know why they're trying to skip that part around. I know Nyla is still like a heel or whatever, but turn her face for like one day. Yeah. And I think that'll be great. I still want Nyla Rose and Jade. I think Nyla Rose and Athena would do great. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's next. I really don't.
I don't either, but all I know is I had to read that at first. I was like, hold on now. But no, now that was
a really good match too. Jamie Hayter and Athena. Yeah.
Definitely.
Jamie, she's a great wrestler. Her and Toni Storm's match was fairly good to watch. I mean, you got two old rivalries matching up together. It was great to look at.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really is. Tony is really protecting Jade too much. I agree. Nyla and Jade would be a banger. There's no telling who Jade might drop to, but I know they do like to do lengthy.
They do
overall. So we'll just have to buckle up for that and see.
I mean, they are pushing the point to break it to having this record.
And Tony Khan has been very clear. He wants to make Jade on the same level as Britt Baker. That he wants to mold her into being that star because
it's working.
It's working. It's definitely working. It's definitely working. And
she's getting over on mainstream.
Yeah, she's definitely getting better in the ring.
She has that star power. She does. I mean, it's still growing. It really is.
Yeah. But here we are, final match. Lord, how you feel?
I feel great, host Nikki. I love it. I'm glad I'm back in the passionate seat now. I can just.
Listen. I had to.
No, listen. You the driver now. I'm the passionate seat.
Listen. We here. We made it.
Yeah, Nikki took over. I'm chilling. This is what I want. This is what I wanted to do.
If I'm TK, I'm putting Jade on everything advertisement. Yeah,
you would think he would.
I don't think I've seen anything like.
I know like commercial or anything like that either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I know Britt's done a few things. You know what I'm saying? But I think with the men, like they're already kind of. Yeah. But last but not least, tonight, you guys, of course, women's wrestling talk favorite, Thunder Rosa versus
That's a
Serena Deeb.
stretch.
Everybody loves her. I think we're probably the ones.
That's a stretch.
She is a favorite here, definitely.
Thunder Rosa.
Oh my god, she retained, of course. I didn't.
Thunder Rosa will beat Serena Deeb
Oh my god,
and continue to be your champion.
she did.
Matter.
Oh my god.
Every
Jalen.
time I'm not saying Thunder Rosa's name without rolling the R.
Listen, I rarely talk about her. I really don't have much to say. Honestly, I didn't think that she would lose, but overall, the match was really good. There were a lot of good spots that Serena Deeb, had very, very, very technical.
Very much so.
Some of it was a little, missed. They seemed to not really have chemistry in the ring, even though they had a great match. There were just certain disconnects.
I wouldn't say it wasn't chemistry. I feel as if I think that they were probably focused on trying to find ways to make this match just as lengthy as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I just think it was. I mean, I don't personally feel like the match was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
No, it wasn't bad. It was a good match.
The crowd was a little dead. I think the crowd was like, because of all the things that pretty much transpire.
Yeah,
it kind of took a lot of the energy out of the crowd. Let's be honest. Yeah. I mean, you put their match after a big catastrophe that just took place.
Yeah.
What more can you really expect?
What was your favorite match? I know mine was Darby and Kyle O'Reilly, hands down. What was your favorite match?
I'm not gonna even lie.
I know you're gonna say that fucking.
I thoroughly enjoyed, Jericho Appreciation.
Oh my god, that match was awful.
I adored the chaos that took place amongst that match. I really did. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but don't get me wrong. I mean, I wouldn't say that Hangman Page and CM Punk was match of the night for me. Yeah, but I really enjoyed CM Punk winning.
I would say Deeb and Thunder Rosa's match would be the second for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would probably give it to CM Punk and Page because I just liked the dynamic contrast between Kyle O'Reilly and
Darby
Allin. And I knew that Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa was going to be a good match. I'm not the biggest fan of Thunder Rosa, not a fan at all, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But she's a good wrestler. Do I think she's overhyped? A little bit. Do I think she is what people think she is to AEW? No, absolutely not. I don't think she represents the AEW women's division. Mm-hmm. That's just my opinion. Will that change? Maybe, maybe not. It just depends on what they do with her reign. And I still feel like she will have a long reign, but one of the shortest reigns because it just depends on what they're going to do. We got to see Athena and Thunder Rosa on TV, just like we had to see Mercedes and Thunder on TV. I actually got to. What pissed me off about that match was that I was there at the match and I couldn't even see the match because they were all in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the whole fiasco tonight, I was just like, I bet you people can't even see what's going on because
they ain't got y'all on the big screen up there that y'all see anything.
So where I was sitting at, I couldn't see the monitor. There was only one monitor in the stadium.
Wow.
And it was there was there were no monitors on the side. There was like one monitor.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just awful. But they have to do it for the crowd too, of course. They paid their good money. I don't like Sheeta either, but that match would probably be good too. I don't know. Listen, y'all know, the Salt Shakers together are really in AEW. AEW is not my favorite promotion. It's not my least favorite, but it's something that I can skip.
We're just on call tonight, you guys. This is not even our show. Well, it's partially my show when it comes to Rampage.
Rampage.
But other than that, this is definitely not our promotion. We just came over here to be surprise guests. That's all. And this was just a one-off, one night only. It's kind of like, when Gangrel came out. The only difference is ain't nobody jumping us. Okay.
Well, we will be here for NXT.
We will be for NXT. What's our least favorite promotion then?
Probably AEW then, if I had to pick.
I mean, I don't.
WWE is obviously my favorite because that's what I've known. Impact is now like my
Top
favorite top tier. Like
honestly, fuck that. GCW is my top one. I don't like flying.
GCW
what the hell is going on?
I didn't really lie. If I had to
GCW
pick,
is my promotion.
AEW is not my least favorite promotion because I really don't have one. But if I had to pick, I had to pick. Like if I had to pick, it would be AEW.
GCW is my favorite promotion.
Well, no, because I actually I like MLW, Fusion. I like NWA.
Oh, we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Yeah. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all chose to hang out with us because nobody's gonna do these recap shows the way the Salt Shakkas do. And if you don't know that by now, get with it. Double or nothing.
It doesn't make sense because it's not supposed to. It doesn't make sense because I don't have a least favorite promotion, but if I had to pick, it would be AEW.
Mm-hmm. I don't say I have a least one. I feel like I can watch all promotions. But I like AEW. It's cool. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. I want to go to. I do want to go to an AEW show. I've never been to one. I want to see what the atmosphere is like.
Oh, here we go. My least favorite, NXT.
Which one?
I like NXT. Well, I like AEW more than NXT 2.0. I'll say that. NXT 2.0 is my least favorite.
See, I'm a little bit of the opposite.
That's WWE.
You can't really say that's a promotion though, but
back then NXT was definitely separate.
Do I shock anyone by saying what is JD?
Oh, it's just it's game changing wrestling. We're not that like.
I don't give a fuck. We're OGs in GCW. We're about to make our debut. Let me tell you something.
GCW is game changing.
Let me tell you something. Come July 29th, we're gonna make our debut in Nashville, Tennessee.
We are going to make our debut at the Nashville Fairgrounds, GCW.
For GCW, the people versus GCW.
I think they're doing it. Wait, they are doing it at the Fairgrounds.
They are. It's going to be where Starcade is.
The woods, and we're going to ramshack Nashville.
We're making our debut, so be on the lookout for us.
We're second row, right?
We're our second row. We don't necessarily know exactly where we're sitting at because it's in alphabetical order. So wherever we're going to be sitting at, we're on the second day.
TK thinks we're done because we're obviously she's asking for a description.
What? Oh, she sent that to you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't get the message, so you do what you do. Definitely listen, you can listen, JD, if you need to know where to find some GCW, we got you.
Yeah.
We can definitely see some GCW. We're gonna probably watch the GCW show from last night.
Down Spiral?
Yeah, Down Spiral.
I'm excited.
I had Matt Cardona on there.
Matt Cardona and
Rich Swann.
Chris Bay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This is like, yeah, we're about to see some crazy stuff. I'm not the big, like, AEW is cool, but, like, Britt, that's... Britt's like the only person. Not the only person, but the only person that's not WWE. Well, let me just say this. Britt is just the bar for me. Now I like a lot of the other people, but there's a lot of other people that I really just don't like. The one thing about me and Santana is we're not going to sugarcoat being fans of or liking of someone. We don't care how they are viewed in wrestling. We don't care.
Majority of people that we like, people probably really don't like that often.
No. Besides Impact, because I think everyone's likable in Impact. To be honest, I never hear people be like, "I don't like this person in Impact," unless you're like fucking Eric Young or some shit. And violent by design.
I got time for that. For me,
Diener.
I mean, what I can say, Muse. Who the fuck is Muse? You mean Moose? What the hell is Muse? Are you talking about Moose? Anyway, for me, so I can say that I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't necessarily have a least favorite promotion.
Right.
I feel like I watch it all. I just watch it for certain people. Like, okay, Moose. I'm like, who the hell is Muse? I thought you were trying to talk about me. But okay, so of course WWE, that's like the main source of things. You know what I'm saying? I watch everything except for NXT UK. Which I've watched NXT UK before, but it's like old NXT UK when P Dunne was there. So that's when I was watching. As far as like anything new in NXT UK, I have not watched it. But I'm always on NXT 2.0 because I'm always supporting Cargill. So that's where you can find me.
And that's the only reason why I'm there. Like whenever we watch Tuesday nights, it's the same way how I started watching Impact and you started watching it. Back started started back watching it.
I told you I got traumatized. Whew. I got traumatized and I wasn't going back.
Was it Katie? Was it Katie Forbes episode?
It was. It was like I said when I saw that it was like during the pandemic, and all I saw was Rob Van Dam and this woman twerking on him.
Katie Forbes.
And I didn't know who she was at first because I turned my TV station after I saw this woman twerking. Yeah. I was like, why is she twerking on him? And I was like,
Impact was wild during pandemic.
Yeah, this ain't for me. I remember Mike's what's his name? Mike Soto, whatever his name is, Evan Bourne, on there. And I was like, oh, Evan Bourne is here. I started to see people who I didn't see in WWE anymore, and I started to notice that they were there on Impact. And I was like, dang, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
It was lit. Like Fire and Flavor, lit.
Yeah, I knew about them though, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I got scarred by Rob Van Dam and his now wife. Okay. And that was it for me. But I started watching back with Nikki. At some point I was falling off a little bit because I was like, who the hell am I like over here that I can watch?
Right.
Then that's when I got introduced to Jay White a little bit and a little bit of Chris Bay.
Yeah.
And so those were I've just like, I found Chris Bay first.
Yeah, because I was telling you, like, I feel like you really liked Chris Bay from like, I was very impressed by his wrestling, but once you saw Chris Bay, you were like, he just has something. That's it.
It's a swag. I think it was because he had the first time I saw him, he was with Heiko, the tall guy, and he had the leather jacket on and it was cropped, and I was like, I like him.
Yeah, style.
Didn't even know anything about him. Knew his name, but didn't know anything about him. Didn't even see him wrestle. Well, I saw him wrestle that night, but before he even wrestled, just kind of just like, I like his style, I like his swag. So I didn't see anybody that looked like him, although I kind of put him in the description like a Kofi Kingston a little bit because of the dreads wise, and because they kind of wrestle the same too a little bit. They kind of have like a lot of similarities, but it's just like with Chris Bay, he has a certain type of swagger to him that was like, I like that. But then when Jay White came along, it was just like, wow.
Yeah.
This is what Impact is cooking up over here. Let me keep watching. And now I feel like I thoroughly enjoy the Jay and Bay connection. And
even though we haven't seen them in a while.
We haven't. And now I own the whole Bullet Club.
Oh, that's hilarious. Listen.
But not to get off topic because this is not Impact. We're still here. See what happens when it's not our promotion? We start talking about other people that we be.
I should have worn my Trey Miguel shirt.
Maybe I should put on my Chris Bay shirt. I need to give me some more graphic tees, like some more wrestling graphic tees, honestly. Like, and just build a whole like collection.
He did. We'll have to see
Let me tell you something. I was just like,
we'll have to see what happens with that on Sunday. I mean on Thursday, because I do know Matt Cardona left that building with that championship, and I love Giselle Shaw too. We featured her for Asian
Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
That's
That actually ends on Tuesday, guys. Like we're so close to meeting the final boss, and oh Lord, I actually need to start getting those articles uploaded for next month. To be honest, I mean,
child, we've been so busy. Y'all know we're on this side too. So a lot of the stuff, me and Santana, we be behind the scenes trying to get a lot of stuff together. So
no, unfortunately, Gail Kim is not the final boss, and she's already been featured.
She's already been featured.
So no.
Shout out to Gail Kim, because bitches love Gail Kim.
Bitches love Gail Kim.
Okay.
Bitches love Gail Kim. Bitches love Gail Kim. Bitches love Gail Kim.
No, we already her.
We'll find out on Tuesday. We know at least one match the Dynamite Dolls will react to is a 10-man match with Christian Cage, the Hardy Boys, and the World Tag Team Champions Jurassic Park versus the
Elite. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. All right, I was done. Okay, so guys, all right, Jalen, that's just racist. Okay, I like Chris Jericho. I do too. I love Chris Jericho. If people don't know, Chris Jericho is my first love and still is to this day. I love Chris Jericho a lot. But we're not gonna hold too much of your time, y'all, because
or ours,
because we have other things that we do have to do. Like go lay down.
We also have Turnbuckle Glam coming tomorrow, and we have the news as well.
We do. So we got a little packed show tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. And then
today, because it is Monday.
It is
if you're in Monday. But
you'll get us 3 times tomorrow.
Yeah, 3 times. So just a little rundown. Okay, so today is Monday. We have Turnbuckle Glam, of course. Then we have the news. So it's like back to back. So Turnbuckle Glam is at 5. The news is at 6. And then we come back at 10:30, 10:15, 10 o'clock-ish for the Raw post show. Tuesday, we don't have any show, but you guys can definitely go back and watch some Raw interviews. We'll probably live stream some old interviews on Twitch like we did once before, so you guys can watch it and so on and so forth. We on Wednesday, of course, it's the Dynamite Dolls with Mika and Al. We're gonna probably give their own little small recap of Double or Nothing. Al, she actually did get a chance to go there. She's in the media scum probably as of right now. It should be over with, but she's gonna be sitting in some footage for us to for me to post, honestly, because I handle the Instagram side of things and so on and so forth. And then come Thursday is a pack show. So we have the news first. Then we have NXT 2.0 and NXT UK recap with Katrina and Stephanie, the sisterhood. And then, of course, we got the Creed Squad back in the building, for their second episode. Faye Jackson and Lovely will be giving us some more, like, if you missed the first Creek Squad episode, you definitely should go back and look at it. So you get prepared for episode 2, because episode 2 might be turned up a little bit of a notch. There might be some featured guests on there. We really don't know. We don't know until we're there. And then, of course, you got to come back with us, the Salt Shakkas, the most dominating tag team, the original, the creators, the leaders, the OGs, the blueprint, the standard, the everything, the top tier, the gold. Like, we're here. You know what I'm saying? The only tag team that ever exists in women's wrestling talk history, point blank period. We'll be here for the Impact post show, and then come Friday is Rampage and SmackDown with me and Stephanie. Wasn't here this past Friday because I was doing stuff, but we'll be back again, and there it is. Oh my God, I can't. So We shake them too. However which way you want to go. If you got a curve, let me know. But Saturday, of course, is the indie wrap-up show with Mika, Katrina, and Emily. Make sure you check out that show if you haven't watched it already. Did that first episode yesterday. Well, on Saturday they did that first show. And then come Sunday, it's Turnbuckle Glam. We're back at it again. We're gonna be on Sunday. 5 p.m. Central, so make sure you guys tune in for that. And then, of course, next month it's the LGBTQIA plus Pride Month. So we got a lot of things gearing up and getting ready for next month. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. We're the only publication run around here that's being very inclusive with everybody. We celebrate everybody's culture, everybody in the community. It doesn't matter what it is. We celebrate it. We acknowledge it. We highlight it so much over here. And that's what makes Women's Wrestling Talk stand out from the rest, because we're doing things that a lot of people aren't doing. And if they do it, we've already started on day 1. They're probably on day 10 in the middle of the week trying to start something.
I don't know where she getting all this energy
Look
from.
around us. Look at this. Look at this. We created this. You just started. We've been doing it. Don't try to jump.
Shout out to that Impact post show.
You heard. But yeah. But we want to thank you guys so much for joining us for the AEW Double or Nothing recap post show with, of course, like I said, the Salt Shakkas, the most dominating tag team in Women's Wrestling Talk history. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I took a nap earlier, so I have so much energy. You guys have no idea. And I'm drinking my cream pineapple and Sprite. So I am very I have a lot of energy. So
we have like 5 hours of TV to watch. We have like 5 hours of TV to watch.
So Jalen, I hope you up, sir. Thank you, Bobby. Anyway, so you guys can, of course, as always, you can Google me, Drian Santana, because that's where you're going to find me at on Google. You have to spell my name right. Driune, like you see right here on the screen. You spell my name right, that's where you'll find me at. You find my Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube, whatever it is you try to look for me at. You definitely find me at. You can follow my photography page. I got some new pictures posted up. I'll try some new things, making reels over there. Trying some new things that I'm learning in this photography world. Last time I used is my official and forever photography name and page that I changed it to. At first, it was Muse by Santana. It was cute, meh, but I was like, nah, I want to take it up a notch. Last time I used, it just rolls off your tongue really nice and smoothly. So make sure you guys go follow that page. It's in my bio on my Instagram, which is like right here. And of course, Nikki, let people know where they can follow you at. In the meantime,
of course, you guys can follow me at Nikki Bougie. I just want to give a big congratulations to Charlotte Flair for getting married over the weekend. We'll talk about that. We have a lot of cute pictures to show for that for the news tomorrow. We'll probably talk like 30 minutes about it, to be honest.
It could be a whole hour. Hell on.
It could be. Honestly, we could honestly dedicate the whole news to Charlotte Flair and how she went and had a secret wedding. And Bobby, you are so Bobby. I love you because you already know. I love him too. I love me some Trey Miguel too. But yeah, y'all can follow me on social media. I've kind of been turning up a little bit on Twitter. Yeah, I really haven't been posting on Instagram.
Me either.
You got to come follow me on Twitter, but make sure you're following Women's Wrestling Talk on Twitch and Instagram and Facebook and following us on YouTube still. The whole shebang, of course. And yeah.
Share our stuff. You know what I'm saying? You guys are here. Share our stuff whenever we go live. Share it. Even if it's not the Salt Shakkas on here.
Yeah.
We do have other hosts on here, so support them as well. Support the whole Women's Wrestling Talk.
Yeah.
I know we're your fan favorite.
We definitely your favorite.
We know that you love us.
We know we're your favorite.
Sometimes you only come for us. Pause. But
all right. All right.
But you know what I'm saying?
That make sure you check out the Crew Squad right there.
Make sure you check out the website, WWE Talk Pod. Make sure you follow the Instagram, WWE Talk Pod, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all that. YouTube, Women's Wrestling Talk. Make sure you follow us. And so once again, thank you guys so much for coming. Just want to quick shout out everybody in the audience, because this is the audience right now. We on TV live, reporting live from our homes. Shout out to Joseph as always. Shout out to Jalen, who better still be up. Shout out to Bobby as well, and JD. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for the news. So make sure you guys come in. And this is gonna be us.
Literally, because that shit felt like
Bye, y'all.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.